What's up guys, and welcome back to askNK. It's another interesting free Friday, and today we're going to be talking about a couple of things that you can get for free. And you know, it's Black Friday, so we're going to talk about way more than just one website where you can get free stuff. We're going to start up with the very first website, which is known as THREEDSCANS. So in case you want to get 3D scan data, or you want to get 3D objects that you can use for experimental purposes, for let's say rendering, or maybe you want to use them to maybe test out some material creation stuff, then 3DScan is the best place for you. You could also use this to play with retopology, just in case you want to get your hands or your feet wet with it. Then this is how you can get started. And so if you come over to 3dscans.com, you'll be able to find all of these models, and you can actually use these models to also study how the anatomy of these particular things are. Speaking about anatomy, we're still going to talk about another website that actually gives you something way more realistic that you can play with. So for your 3D scans, you can check these things out in case you want to try rendering, you know, shading, texturing, all of those stuff, retopology. This is like one of the best places I would suggest that you come over to. Now let's move over to something else that has to do with 3D, but that has nothing to do with scanning, and that has to do with free 3D models. So we've already talked about free 3D models over and over on the channel, and you can actually check the links in the description where you can find tons of free Friday stuff that you can play with. And we're talking about the 3dexport.com. So if you come over here to 3dexport.com, you'll be able to find a truckload of 3D models that are free, from very basic characters to props to objects that you want to have in your scene, things that you want to play with for shading as well. And for game characters, you also find some very cool and impressive models that you want to play with. Now let's take an example of a model like this, and you want to download this. It is also very interesting that you'll be able to find all of the properties that has to do with this model. And still speaking about things that you find here, most of the models here are under the 50% discount, courtesy to the Black Friday. And you know, you can get these things and you can use them. Now let's talk about some photo stuffs and also some referencing. So if you want to do referencing, we have friends from 3D.sk that have some very free stuffs that you can work with. So we've already talked about this one time, and link to this is also going to be in the description, so you can check this out. So in case you want to do references, or you want to, you know, sample some materials, some textures, you want to sample some stuff for your texturing, of course you can come over here to 3D.sk and you can find all of these images that you can work with, and all of them are super high quality, so you can just simply download them, use them for anything that you want. So depending on what you're actually looking for and what you want to work with, then of course you can try this. And they also have a sister website that has to do with environment textures. This is also something else that we've hinted about in the channel before. So if you come over to the environment texture section, which link is also going to be in the description, you'll be able to find a truckload of environment textures that you can play with. They are totally free, so you can check them out. And if you want to get the other paid ones, there is a workaround that, and you should be able to check this. Now before we go, there is also something about 3D export that you guys need to know. So for you to be able to download a single model, any kind of model directly here, you need to be signed in. So if you go ahead and click on this button, you'll be required to sign in so you can download this. I like the idea of all of these things being together, and at the same time I like the fact that you have access to all of these wealth of resources that you can use. So I would like to know what you guys think about this episode of Free Friday down in the comment section. It's free Black Friday, and you know, I'm just here to give you guys a whole lot of free stuff that you can play with. It's the very first Black Friday we're ever having in the channel that has to do with Free Friday. And also, if you want to check out some other cool stuff, you should check the link in the description, and you'll be able to find so many other stuff that you can play with. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section, and if you like this video, you know what to do. Go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to turn on the notification. And of course, if you're new here, it's going to be amazing if you can hit the subscribe button and also turn on the notification so you don't miss the next video. And until I see you guys again with a tutorial update, Free Friday, Tutorial Tuesday, tips and tricks, things like this. Peace.